What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today we are going to be going over how to install the big 3 electrical upgrade. Now we're going to be doing this on an 05 F150, but the concept is the same for just about any vehicle. The main reasons you're going to want to do this is it's basically an electrical upgrade. So if you're running anything like light bars, subwoofers, anything that draws a lot of electrical power, you'll start to notice that lights will dim when the bass hits. Your windows might not roll up as fast, anything like that. And a lot of these vehicles, for whatever reason, do not come with great stock electrical. Alright, so you're going to be upgrading 3 wires, hence why it's called the big 3. You're going to be upgrading the negative battery terminal ground, your positive terminal to your alternator, and then you're going to ground your alternator to the negative battery terminal as well. Alright, you don't need to remove any stock wires. You can simply add to it. A lot of people replace them. You don't really need to do that. It's probably even better just leave the stock there, add to it. Alright, so Recoil Audio is nice enough to send this out to me. This is really all you're going to need. It's up to 350 amps. I mean, unless you're running crazy wattage, you're going to be fine with this. It's probably overkill, honestly. It's about, I think, $72. I'll link their website down below. They're also on Amazon. It comes with the 3 wires you're going to need. So there's going to be 2 tools that you're going to be needing. You're going to need a hammer crimp tool and cable cutters. Regular wire cutters will not cut it. Alright, so now we have to actually strip the other side of our wire. To figure out how long you're going to want to do this, take the wire lug you're going to be using, place it up against the wire like so, and then this end is about where you're going to want to strip it. I'm going to actually use the cable cutters. Alright, so to strip it, you're going to want to take your cutters, place it wherever you measured your wire lug. Basically, you're just going to slowly apply pressure. Make sure not to cut through the actual wire. You should be able to feel it. Just slowly apply pressure and then twist like so. Be very, very careful. And then you'll be able to just slide this piece off. Alright, now that we have our stripped wire, we're going to want to put it in the actual wire lug. It's a little bit tricky. I like to try to flatten the strands out. Take one side, put it in the lug. This can be very difficult. Try to get all the strands in there. It may take a couple tries. And slide it down on there. There we go. Alright, so we have our hammer crimp tool. We have our lug on our wire. Make sure it is firmly in there. You're going to want to place the tip of the crimper around the middle of the actual lug. You're going to need a hammer. And then basically you're going to want to hold the lug in place as you tap the top of it. And make sure it stays flat. So we have our wire crimped. As you can see, there's a good bit of wire actually still exposed. If you measured correctly, that should not happen, or there should not be this much. But you're going to want to make sure you cover that with electrical tape or a heat sink protector. This kit actually comes with some of those. All you need is a heat gun. Slides right on, heat it up, and it melts into place. Alright, so finally got everything hooked up. I've been trying to diagnose the check engine light, so I've had the first half of this video filmed for like forever. But finally, I'm getting around to showing you the final result. I did find that I had to buy new terminals. I had too many wires running to it. There wasn't enough space. So I did upgrade my terminals. But basically what we have here. Alright, so what we have here, we have the ground to the negative terminal. That's temporary probably. It's not a great ground, but it is there. This wire is actually the alternator ground. So it goes to where the alternator bolts into the vehicle. I'll show you that. Alright, so as you can see, it is bolted to where the alternator bolts into the vehicle. I'll likely move it to the other side where it actually touches the vehicle eventually. But for now, that's how that's ran. Right here, positive. So this goes to the positive. Let's see if you can see it. Back in there. Alright, so as you can see there, sorta, it is ran to the positive on the alternator, positive terminal on the battery. There's different variations of this. Some people will argue over which connections you should actually upgrade. A quick little Google search will give you all the information you need. Just decide for yourself. It's really basic, not hard to do. Hardest thing is probably cutting the wire because it's so thick, and then crimping it down. You gotta have the correct tools for that. Besides that, I did want to mention that I did this to try to stop the dimming of my lights on the inside of my vehicle when the bass hits. When it pulls enough electrical current to my subwoofer, the lights will dim. This actually did not help it. Reason being, it allowed more current to be pulled to the sub, causing the dimming to actually be worse. So that means is the battery or the alternator cannot keep up. So you're either going to have to replace your battery or upgrade it. It may be dying, or upgrade to a high output alternator. Basically what happens is these allow more electrical current to be drawn, making the problem worse. So you have more electrical flow. That's basically what these do. They allow more power to be drawn out of the battery and the alternator. Alright, let me know what else you would like to see on the old F-150. Any questions, how-tos, anything of that nature. If you have any questions, comment on below. Thanks for watching. And once again, thank you to Recoil Audio for sending the wires out. They're awesome. They did exactly what they were supposed to do. So thank you. Have a good one. Peace.